This channel is supported by Truefire. Truefire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. Okay, it's taken me a little while to figure this one out, but I was on a gig with a bass guitarist, Joe Lees, from here, obviously, and he kind of showed me this lick from Because We've Ended as Lovers from Mark Lettieri. He was like, this is just amazing, and I was like, that's an awesome lick. I thought it looked something like something I could achieve. It's really quite tricky. It's happening at about 120 BPM, but it's kind of this neo-soul-y thing. This is, I think, from the peak Mark Lettieri era for me, where he's playing, I think it's a Grosh guitar, right? But anyway, so backing track tabs will be up on my Patreon, but I'll show you everything you need, I think, in this video now. So we're in C minor for this, obviously. One of the things that's kind of deadly about Mark Lettieri is A, his timing, and B, his touch. I guess C, his tone as well. But so what we're going to try and keep in mind throughout this stuff, because for me, I find it a bit difficult to do this stuff without like a bit of a vice grip. But we're going to try and keep things fairly light. And then also the other thing is to kind of set up the lick before you're playing it. So for instance, our first bar, notes wise, are like something like that. But what we really want to do is start with our fingers already sort of planted. So we're going to start 6, 8, 6, 8, and it's that kind of sound like a major 7. So like an A flat major 7, but we're starting on the ring finger. So that's bar 1, which is relatively straightforward as far as this lick goes. So start there, and then 8, 6, 6, 8, and then hammer on and pull off. maybe just take that so that's bar 1. And we're then sliding up to the 11th fret. So you get actually 3 notes on A flat. And same idea here really, where you want to kind of set up for this, which is just like the same chord but with a 9 here. So we're going to go 11th fret, bar across the 8th. So together. Might be a good thing to string together. Slide from the 10th up to the 11th. Okay. Tempting for me to start on the A flat, but don't forget you're starting on the 8th fret on the E flat. Okay, then this part is pretty tricky. So we're going to go 8th fret bar, then hammer on 10 and 9, and then slide that up. It's like a bait Matteo Sasato, Mark Lettieri, neo soul type thing. So 8, 8, 10, 9, slide up to 12 and 11. And we're going to go up to the top. So downstroke, hammer on, slide, upstroke on that there. So you, and then downstroke and fall all the way down. So you get. And then at the bottom, hit the 8. Really, really quite tricky, so spend keep a light touch with it. And again, don't forget to start with this setup. The temptation is to do this, but start with it like barred here. Okay, slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then our final bar, we start. So we're coming off of this note, picking up the bar before, hammer on to 10, and again we're going to keep this kind of barred across. So 10, 8, back down, 10, 8, 12, 8, 8. Take that just as an idea. So and then the final bar, these quite simple. So 8, hammer on to 10, pull off down to 11. So 2 of them. So we go. So that's the whole lick. So let's try and start to put it together now. And you're going to want to, as I say, keep this feeling light. there's this one other little lick, this. Which is just classic. So we're imagining here we're on the 4th chord, like if we're in E flat, or on the flat 6 if we're in C minor. So we're really targeting that chord 4, so start on the 8th fret. Visualizing around C minor, so that's where your bar is. So 8, 8, 8, 9, pull off, 10, 6, pull off, 10, 8, pull off, down to the 11th, and then 8, 10, 11, as so. So just take that as well as a little idea. Bit of Mark Lettieri flair that you can take into your kind of you do that. Try and like imagine yourself being Mark Lettieri and keeping a really light. Give that one a go. It's tricky. I'd love to see you guys trying that one on Instagram. Joe says that he sees people repost this. It'd be kind of cool if you see people see you tackling this one. I'll catch you in another video soon. Patreon, as I say, to get the tabs for those couple of bits, and then a backing track. Cheers for stopping by.